Hello, thank you for your interest in our pre-service program. My name is Anne-Marie Smith. I'm a coordinator here at LACO's Beginning Teacher Programs. This video is going to share with you about our pre-service program, how to apply, and how pre-service connects to our overall intern program. So for our pre-service program, this must be completed in order for you to become intern eligible or in order for you to start our intern program. If you already hold a valid teaching credential, you will not need to do pre-service. You will really be looking into doing our accelerated program. So go ahead and check out our website for information about our accelerated program, if and only if you hold a current teaching credential and are learning to add or wanting to add an additional credential. For our pre-service program, it is a series of 8 classes. 2 of these classes will be in person at our LACO office in Downey, and 6 will take place virtually on Zoom. Now, our pre-service program works in a cohort model. So we have 4 different cohorts that are offered throughout the year. And this means that you're taking all 8 classes with the same group of students, regardless of what credential they're hoping to earn in the future. That's because these classes are really the foundation of your teaching program. Once you're in our intern program, your classes will be differentiated based on the credential you are working to earn. Each of our cohorts are capped at 25 students, and we do enroll on a first come, first serve basis. So what that means is once the cohort hits 25, we may still be able to process your application, but you would be moved into the following cohort if the current cohort that we're enrolling for is full. In terms of what's required to be able to get into our program, you need to have a bachelor's degree. So this would be either a BA or a BS, and it needs to come from a regionally accredited institution. Your degree and coursework must be from a university that's accredited while you did your coursework there. If you earned your degree outside of the United States, that is probably fine, but you must have your transcripts evaluated by a commission-approved foreign transcript evaluation agency. If you go to the CTC website and you just search Commission-Approved Foreign Transcript Evaluation Agency, there is a list of agencies that you can have your transcripts approved and reviewed by. Please note that if this is applicable to you, that process is going to add a little bit of time. So please make sure to start that process sooner rather than later. Additionally, you must have a 2.5 cumulative GPA or above. In the case that you missed that just by a hair or a little bit, please contact a coordinator. Please submit your application. And in the application, it says to email btpintern@laco.edu. We do have some additional steps if you are somebody that just misses that GPA requirement by a little bit. It includes a written requirement as well as some reference checks. But that only applies to people who have below a 2.5. You would also, a part of our application process would be that you are submitting your official transcripts to btpintern@laco.edu. Now, a lot of times people will they will request official transcripts that are sent to their email and then will forward that to me. Unfortunately, that's no longer official. So please make sure that you are requesting that your transcripts are sent directly from the university to btpintern@laco.edu. The second thing that's a requirement is the U.S. Constitution. This can be met one of the following ways. If you have your degree from a CSU, then you already took a class that meets this requirement. I will add, though, you need to have earned a C or higher in that class. So this is why I request your transcripts, not only to confirm your degree, but also to confirm that you earned a C or higher in that class. If you didn't take a class that meets this requirement, you can also take an exam that covers this requirement. Typically, most people do the usconstitutionexam.com. This is a website where you can take the exam online and you get your results pretty quickly. Now, if you're wondering, well, what kind of classes meet this requirement? Typically, these classes have things in the titles of them, such as U.S. government, U.S. history, U.S. politics, something along the lines of that would be the class that would meet this requirement. If you are somebody that went to a junior college, this class is typically taken in your first or second year of college. So when you're requesting transcripts, if you attended a junior college and this class you took at that junior college, you would also need to submit your junior college transcripts to us as well, so that we can verify that you took the course and that you earned a C or higher. The third thing is you need to have a certificate of clearance. Now, if you already have a 30-day teaching credential that is valid, then you're fine. That works. The 30-day sub permit meets this requirement as well. If you don't have that, you're going to need to apply for your certificate of clearance through the CTC. Now, it's a three-step process. You're going to go to their website, which this QR code or the tiny URL will take you there, and they will outline the process in more detail. But largely, you're going to complete the live scan, which is basically fingerprinting. You're going to also complete the direct web application on the CTC's website, and then you're going to pay their fee. Okay, so they do require a fee. I believe it's about $50. So this is not required, like I said, if you already have that 30-day sub permit or if you already have a teaching credential. If you already have a teaching credential, though, you wouldn't need to do pre-service. But keep that in mind. So certificate of clearance or a 30-day sub permit, they would need to be valid, not expired, when you apply and through the duration of your program. So in summary, bachelor's degree, U.S. Constitution requirement, certificate of clearance. Once you do those three things and you apply, you submit your application, I email you and I say, congratulations, you're in the cohort for pre-service. You're going to complete our pre-service program, which is the series of 8 classes that you will take prior to becoming intern eligible. Now, these classes are a requirement by the CTC because they want to make sure that intern teachers have a certain level of understanding of teaching prior to being in the classroom. As an intern teacher, you're not going to be in the classroom with another experienced teacher. You are the teacher of record. You are the main person in that classroom. So it's important that you do have a basic understanding of classroom management, lesson planning, technology, and so forth. So those are the things that will be covered during your pre-service program. After that, you will need to do subject matter competency once you're done with our pre-service program. Now, this can be met possibly through your degree, depending on which credential you're trying to get, or passing of the CSET. Okay, once you have that, you're going to go out and you're going to use your intern eligibility letter to get hired as a teacher at a public school, so it could be charter or district, in LA County. And it must match the credential type that you're trying to earn. So for example, if you're getting your multiple subject credential, then you would need to find a job that can hire you to teach kindergarten through 5th or 6th grade in a multiple subject setting. And the 7th step would be meeting all 6 of these requirements, and then you're going to submit your intern application by August 30th. So this is a brief overview. I know you're watching this to learn about pre-service, but I wanted to share with you about how pre-service does connect to intern. Our pre-service coursework, like I said, is the foundations of teaching. So you're going to be learning about lesson planning. You're going to be learning about classroom environment, technology, supporting English language learners, supporting students with disabilities. These are the 8 classes that you would take. In terms of those cohorts that run throughout the year, these are the 4 that we have for the 25-26 school year. The first cohort that we have is cohort J, and our course for that starts August 4th. The application would be due July 3rd, tuition July 11th, and then a mandatory in-person orientation on Monday, July 28th. So as you can see, we have those 4 cohorts listed. If you go to our website and you click on that blue schedule link, you'll be able to see the breakdown of that specific cohort and its schedule. But here's an example. Here's cohort J. This is our first cohort for fall 2025. And as you can see, here are the 8 classes that you will be taking. It's indicated that Curriculum 113 and Tech 110 are the 2 in-person classes that you will take. All of our classes run from 5:30 to 8:30, whether they're in person or online. Now, these are the programs that we offer within our intern program. So you can earn either your single subject credential, your multiple subject credential, our PK3 credential we're in the process of acquiring with the CTC. For special education, we offer mild to moderate, extensive support needs, and early childhood special education. And we do offer some added authorizations, but those would be only if you already have a credential. I get a lot of questions about which CSET do I need to take. Keep in mind, you do not need to pass the CSET in order to be in our pre-service program, but you do need to pass the CSET if you don't meet subject matter requirement through your degree prior to becoming an intern in our intern program. So these are the credential types, as you can see on the left, and these would be the tests that you would need to take in order to become intern eligible for that specific credential type. To note, early childhood special education, you don't need to take a CSET at all. And PK3 credential, there is no CSET, but you do need to have 24 units of child development. People often ask me as well how to prepare for the CSET. So when I was preparing for my CSET, these are a few things I did. I purchased a test prep book on Amazon. I kept that with me, read it through all the time, specific to the CSET I was preparing for. You can also go to Teachers Test Prep online, and there's a lot of free practice resources online as well. You can go to Union Test Prep, which has online flashcards, as well as you can enroll in an online asynchronous CSET test prep course through 240 Tutoring. Now, that's just an option. You don't have to. They're not a program through us, but you can if that's something that interests you. For the 25-26 school year, here's the breakdown of our tuition. So for pre-service, it's going to cost $1,200 for the total pre-service program. It does cost $150 to retake a course if you do not pass. You need to have an 80% or higher in each of our courses to consider for you to be passing it. The application itself has a $300 application fee. And I also like to mention that there are the teacher assessment fees. So this includes things like the CSET, that is going to cost you money. Like I said, that's not required for pre-service, but the CSET is required depending on the credential type you're earning for intern. If you want to begin the intern program in fall of 2026, you must enroll in our final pre-service cohort by March 20th, 2026. If you enroll in a cohort after that, you would then have to wait for that following year to be intern eligible. Now, after you watch this video, you're going to confirm that you viewed it by completing the Google form. That link, the link to the pre-service application, will be then provided to you via the confirmation message shared. So it's going to pop up on your screen after submitting the application. So this is what that confirmation message looks like. This is not emailed to you. It is what pops up after you press submit on the Google form. And just a reminder, applications are processed on a first come, first served basis until the cohort is full. Now, if you have any questions about the application process or our program, please reach out to us at btpintern@lakewood.edu. You can also check out our website, which has a lot of information there as well, at www.btplakewood.com.